Hey air signs, so if you are of air element, that being a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, this will be your full moon in Capricorn reading. So yes, as you already know, if you have seen my overview, and if you know anything what's going on at this time, there is a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. And so with that being said, I am here to bring you your reading, my fellow air signs. So with that being said, I just want to bring to your attention, as I usually seem to wait until I get later into a reading, to just emphasize that this is a collective reading. So this is a general reading for your air signs. But at any time that you feel you would like your own personal extended reading pertaining to your situation and your energy, I am open for private sessions. You can book me a personal to there get your own reading. All right. But you may not need it. Maybe the messages here will be very clear and it will resonate for you. So you would know. All right. So with that being said, let's get right into your reading. So as for a quick recap, what is the theme behind this full moon in Capricorn is being highlighted is that there is an end of a tough cycle that is approaching. And that also just means that there's going to be a culmination of something that has either been building up, or if it's something personally that you've been working toward, it's about to end. So if it's something pertaining to work, career, jobs, anything in your personal life, relationships, friendships, family situations, family matters that have been maybe rocky and rough for you, this is the time that that cycle is going to kind of close out for you so that something new can come behind, right? When something ends, something always new happens. So with that being said, I am going to begin with giving you guys first some spirit messages of comfort and inspiration from your spirit guides, so as to give you some incentive as to how your spirit guides want you to feel moving forward as you're about to close out or end something, because endings sometimes can be a little rocky. Sometimes endings can be a little intimidating as well. All right. So with that being said, the first message that I got that have come out for you guys is, it says here from your spirit guides, look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. All right, so that's one message from your spirit guides. I pulled out two. And so your second message from your spirit guides is, when a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It is closed for a reason. You are being redirected to something far bigger and better. Endings are a part of the cycle of life, as I just expressed a few moments ago. It says that make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. So there's your second message. All right. So now that you see what it is that your spirit guides is bringing to you for comfort and hope and inspiration, now let's dive into the tarot messages. All right. So I pulled out two cards, or I pulled out three major energies. One of which would be your dominant major energy that's impacting you at this time. And that is a major arcana. And major arcanas, they're always going to highlight or represent some type of major, strong influence than the other cards of the deck. The card that came out for you, my air signs, is that of the Lovers. All right. So the Lovers can represent different things. It doesn't have to mean a physical, intimate lover. For the most part, it does. But back in the day, the Lovers used to be also called the Choice card. So that means, I feel for the most of you, that it does have something to do with making a choice. Now, in terms of what it is that you're making a choice between, that now depends on what is happening in your own neck of the woods, if you will. It could be making a choice between someone that you might be romantically connected to. It could be making a choice with ending someone in terms of friendship. It could be ending something on the work front. It could be ending anything at this time, but you are making a choice. And I feel that, and I want to just say right off the bat, that generally whenever, so far, there's a pattern with you air signs, okay? I'm always seeing the similar or same kind of energies with you guys. A lot of swords always tends to show up, if not in your spread, but during the pre-shuffling, which kind of gives us a heads up as to what could be happening behind the scenes, or what's in the shadows, what's being hidden that is beneath the surface. And yet and still, the energies with you air signs is still the same, which means that it hasn't been addressed yet. It's something that either you're stalling behind, or you're afraid of making some type of change, which means ending, separating, departing, leaving something outside. So with other past full moon phases in which you needed to let go of something, a person, place, thing, or situation, it shows that maybe fear came up, that you're still procrastinating. So there is a lot of procrastination that is happening for you, my air signs. So let's see, will this moon phase will be the time that you will be able to successfully end that cycle. So, clarifying the lovers, I pulled out two cards. You guys got the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Now, I love this, but like anything else, just because it shows here as to what it could mean for you, at the end, it depends on you, right? At the end, you have the power, like the magician, to change and undo the narrative of your story for the better, for the positive. I'm just a messenger here, bringing you some insights as to what I see that could be happening. But at the end of the day, it's for you, my air signs, to make that change, all right? So let's talk about these energies. We have the King of Cups along with the Queen of Wands. I love this combination because you're showing up very strong and high in terms of the King of Cups. This is like saying, I'm now loving myself, loving thyself. The King of Cups is about its connection to your emotions, but it goes to the heart center of what it is that you are feeling inside, internally, right? Even though you might not show it, but inside it's almost like something that you've been struggling and fighting against. But at the end, you know, I need to love myself. Myself comes first. Paired with the King of Wands, it's the Queen of Wands. She is that. She loves herself. Yes, the Queen of Wands. She shows up as that person that knows what she wants. She is driven. She loves herself because she is also that of the feminine type of representation. Now, in tarot, there's no, specific gender, but it's the energy. So if you are masculine that is looking at this reading, then you are showing up as terms of how you are looking, right? In terms of you loving yourself. You're showing up. You want to show up as somebody that is finally making a decision to love yourself. You're putting yourself first. There was something else I wanted to mention about this King of Cups. Yes, unlike the other kings, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, he loves money because it's connected to the Pentacles. It's about wealth. The King of Wands, again, he loves himself. It's about show and tell, right? Then you got the King of Swords. The King of Swords, he's good. He's about truth, but sometimes he might become too hard, too brash, too critical, sometimes of himself. And when that happens, it can bring a little bit of emotion into struggling with making a choice about something, right? Because you might find that I'm too brash, I'm too critical, and maybe in how you are interpreting a certain person or situation. But at this time, it's like, you know what? I got to come up and show up. I got to show up like the King of Cups in terms of loving myself. Because maybe for some of you, you have extended yourself in helping others in whatever manner that is, right? So that is something that is being represented by the lovers. And yes, it can mean that now the lovers is also that connected to Gemini. Gemini is connected and associated with the Lovers. So for some of you Geminis, this might be a situation that is going on with you. Or for the other air signs, maybe you are dealing with a Gemini at this time. All right, you place it where it fit. Now let's shift over to the next energy that is also surrounding you at this time. And we got your element, 6 of air or 6 of swords. This is you guys' element. Swords is connected to air element. But 6 of swords is that of coming out of a situation, whether it's connected to someone in partnership, friendship, some sort of relationship, family, whatever it is. It could just even be a home environment that has been very chaotic, very not peaceful, because this imagery is showing that this person is moving away from the 6 of swords energy. So in a way, you are at a point that you are moving away to calmer shores. You're moving away for peace, solace, some type of like, this is the time that I can't take it no more. So maybe, again, something has built up where mentally, and the swords is also connected to the mind, the mental suits, right? So some of you air signs might have been in your mind a lot, thinking about how and what do I decide? Do I go here? Do I go here? You're being pulled in this direction, but it's all in your mind. But again, the question is, are you letting it sit on your mind and that's it? Are you resting on your laurels? Are you not taking action by what it is that is bothering you at this time mentally? So I feel that that is the direction that... Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, something happened with my camera, so I had to restart it over. So as I was saying, I feel that with the 6 of swords, you guys are heading toward calmer waters. You're coming out of some type of chaoticness that is happening in your life right now. Now, clarifying that 6 of swords, we do have here the 9 of wands along with the 3 of pentacles. Now, the 9 of wands, again, shows up that you have been dealing with some sort of challenges, but you're not giving up. Maybe you did give up momentarily, right? And now you're like, you know what? Not anymore. I got to keep moving forward. I'm not going to give up. I have to change the narrative of a situation. I have to change, because at the end, change is what's going to bring about the ultimate peace for you. Paired with the 3 of pentacles, this is support. This is working on yourself. And remember, it kind of goes back to that energy of the King of Cups. You're working on your own inner happiness. You're working on yourself, right? You are fighting whatever challenges, whatever turmoil, whatever situations, whatever challenges that you're dealing with in your personal life. You are working on yourself for your highest good, so that you can see some sort of leadway, some sort of freedom, if you will, right? Now we're going to shift over. As we wind down, I pulled a card from the Sun of the Oracle deck, because the Sun is the vital force. It's the driving force that drives us to action. But the Sun as well sits right in the middle of all the planets. So it behooves us to as well to kind of pull from this deck to see what else the Sun wants to highlight in terms of what is happening surrounding this full moon. You guys got lost. Okay? So again, I feel that you are at a point that you're going to be losing something you're going to lose out of your life, whether it is some type of partnership, an intimate one, a friendship, it could be a family member, it could be any type of loss. But I feel that this is what is going to be the end of that tough cycle that is approaching for you, that is culminating. Hey my air signs, I apologize again, having some kind of, I guess, technical situation going on with my camera, but I'm going to keep going. From my view, it's looking like it's like just, I don't know, having me like my head look like a headshot as opposed to a full shot. But when I tested it, it doesn't seem to affect how I will ultimately show up, if that makes sense. I don't know, but hopefully it will still look how it's supposed to at the end. So anyway, we're going to continue. I do apologize again. I don't know where exactly I cut off, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Why? Because maybe Spirit reminded me that it was something that I wanted to specifically address or to point out in terms of the message. Specifically, remember the Sun Oracle of Laws? So I had outlined a message that I wanted to highlight for you guys, or that I did highlight, to bring a little bit more clarity behind that energy of loss. So here, for one thing, it's connected to Saturn, right? Remember I said that the sun, it sits in the middle between the planets. So this lost card, it is connected to the planet Saturn. It's about ambition. So you can say that this full moon is giving you guys the ambition to help bring something to an end, if you will, if that makes sense, right? But also there is something that is connected as well with the sign of Pisces. Pisces is about, again, the emotions, because it's a water sign. We also have here in your spread, remember the King of Cups, loving yourself. So there's a twinkling of an energy of a water element here that is showing up. So what I wanted to read to you here, it says that, have you invested in helping other people with their problems? The sensitivity of people with this planet sign combination to others' needs can make it difficult for them not to become involved in helping people in some way. But be careful, and be careful that they don't lose their own identity when faced with other people's demands. Excessive imagination and sympathy can create problems that don't really exist, as other people's sadness, sorrows, and losses become their own. So are you in a period where you are taking on other people's sorrows, other people's losses, where it's now affecting your own energy, if that makes sense? It says, often Saturn Pisceans feel the desire or need to work in seclusion or retreat from the world in some way. It says that when this energy of this card shows up, it signifies or indicates a loss of some kind, but it may be worth thinking about what is really concerned here. Could it be that the person is really worrying about someone else's loss and not their own? So that might be a specific message that I needed to convey to somebody, whether it be for you Geminis, you Aquarius, or you Libras. It's something there. Are you taking on other people's sorrows, whatever it may mean, whatever downfall, whatever situation that got going on? Are you taking it on and you neglecting yourself, which could lead to you feeling that you have overdone something in terms of not putting yourself first? So obviously that needed to come out, and maybe that's why my phone kept triggering off, because doing the testing of this setup here, making sure everything is working, it kind of showed me the message here from the guidebook by which that this card came out. We're going to close out and wrap up with two more oracles, that of which is coming from the Sacred Traveler deck. This is like just emphasizing how and what your personal and spiritual developmental growth is taking you toward during this time. You got Mystic Healer. I think that's very clear and to the point. It says healing energy flows through you. So you are in an energy of healing your mind, particularly your soul, and your spiritual way of how you are being presented, how you are showing up for yourself, right? And then we close out with the final words of wisdom. You have come to the edge. Coming to the edge. So again, it's a very clear, precise message. You are coming to the edge. You are coming close to ending some sort of cycle that needs to be ending now. So remember, as something ends, you are opening up that portal, that vibration for something new to start. And it's going to take place, hopefully, my air signs, under this full moon this time around. Other than that, if you don't do anything about it, you're going to always keep going through the patterns that I keep seeing here with you guys. So hopefully you will make the change for your overall peace. And when you succeed in doing so, go ahead, as I always say on this channel, give yourself a pat on the back for a job well done. All right? All right, my air signs. So until the next phase reading, I'll see you back in another video. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light. Bye for now.